Hello.
Hi.
Hello and welcome. We are streaming live right now, and I'm just going to check and make sure that this is also live. Yes? If someone's on Instagram, oh, yep, we do. We have someone saying hello.
So we're landscape, so
It just didn't work up and down. So I hope that it works turning the camera. Please let us know. We probably won't be able to read comments so easily on Instagram because of that. And honestly, we're both a little bit blind, so but we feel the stones internally.
But
so
thank you, whoever's joining us.
Yes, thank you and hello.
I keep tilting my head to
welcome to our inaugural episode of Playing with Crystals, and we are mainly going to be doing this on YouTube, but we thought since we have a good following on Instagram, we would bring that in. But if you're on Instagram and it's wonky this way, please head over to the Faerie Den on YouTube, where we can probably see your comments better. Let's see. Welcome to live chat. Yes, we're good. Okay. Yeah, so hello and welcome again. Thanks for joining us. I am Laurelle of 5 Sense Healing and the Faerie Den, and many of you know my background that I usually have at the Faerie Den in Midtown Manhattan. But today we are at the Faerie Den Annex. That's what we're calling it. The Faerie Den Annex. There's so much more room here.
It's the Brooklyn location.
The Brooklyn location, Meryl's location, where she's got mad stashes of crystals, especially for her grid making and elixir making and more.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, and grid. Yes, grids. I can think.
Yeah, grids and elixirs mainly. So,
and also now being with Laurelle and hanging out with her, I'm starting a collection of little crystals for my own that I'm not going to share with anybody. But...
Oh, really?
Well,
your private stash?
My private stash.
Yeah. Well, we all need a private stash. Hi, Anne. Hi. Nice to see you. Yeah, we're so blind. We have to we're going to have to figure this out as we go. But we will probably next time do this on the floor. So maybe we can see the messages a little easier.
I think that'll be better. I know. I'm going to kind of like tilt over to face Laurelle. So this is what we do when we're together. So we're just kind of bringing you in to have a glimpse of like what happens when we come together.
The magic that happens because we get together and we just play with the crystals and we just are guided to sit down and explore with them. And sometimes that's doing longer meditations with them, but usually it's like a really quick little tune in just to see how the energy flows through our body. And then we compare notes. And in comparing notes, you learn you're going to be exploring today. This is what they call Tanzarine. It is a high-grade green aventurine, which we'll get more into later. So even though all of these are the same mineral, each one has a different personality and works differently with each person and their personality. And so you sort of get to know what's similar, what's different, and what would you say?
Well, I was going to say that, it's trusting. I was especially self-conscious because Laurelle is my teacher. And to share with her my experience with them, I was like, oh, what if I get it wrong? Stop. If I get it wrong, I don't want other people, so.
But she always amazes me. She always absolutely amazes me.
But the point is, like, there's no getting it wrong. And 99.9% of the time, we're kind of getting the same message with them. So it just kind of shows, and even if we don't, we have different experiences. The crystals work differently for each person. And so we want to encourage everybody else, the audience, to play with the crystals as well and not have fear that it's going to be wrong. You don't have to run to the book to look it up every time. Like, oh, I've got this Tanzarine. What does it mean? Oh my gosh, I can't find it in the book. And, you can just sit with it and just, even notice. You don't have to get a message. You can notice how it makes your arm feel or your body feel, if you tingle, or, we've even had crystals where it was we were feeling that it had to go to our third eye, which we'll talk about later. It kind of directs us, and you might get feelings in your body about what to do with it. So you just have to sit, be quiet, and have fun with them.
Yeah, and I often don't get messages. It's not like I get downloads of words into my head. I feel how the energy moves, and that moves me to an understanding of how this crystal will work. And if I want a message, I often have to ask for a message, and then I'll get a message often. But it's not like usually messages just come through. Sometimes they do, but not for me. Other people get complete verbal downloads, or they get images in their head that lead them to understanding crystals in a certain way. And so today we thought, let's start with one of our favorites. This is green tanzarine. And so tanzarine is just a high grade green aventurine. So here is a regular green aventurine crystal. And you can see that it's not quite as green. Sometimes it will be, sometimes not. A lot of these green tanzarines, it's just got a lot of the green mica inside. That's what gives it its color, or green mica, also known as fuchsite. So this is a piece of fuchsite,
which is glittery and sparkly.
Yeah, here, I'm going to hold it a little closer. Will you hold it for that screen?
Yeah. And this is a darker piece than what Laurelle has. Where's the camera? There you go. So you guys have to forgive me because I am so new at this.
Welcome to the internet, Meryl. I'm just kidding.
Oh, it's scary. Anyway, that's fuchsite. So this is actually a really glittery piece.
Yeah, well, both of them are. In fact, I had a friend who used to say glitter stone. She was the most magical fairy-esque creature, and you'll see like it actually leaves glitter behind on your hands. And mica is often, well, not this color, maybe more this color, is often crushed and made. They make mineral makeup with mica. And so anyway, it's this green fuchsite, or the fuchsite green adventure. What am I trying to say? The green mica, known as fuchsite, is what's inside of quartz on these tanzarines. And that's the same with the green aventurine, right? But this has more, and it's about the location, because these come from Tanzania. And Tanzania is just known for having really high quality, beautiful gems, and they named it that. And we really love it. It just feels, well, how do you think it feels?
Well, I mean, I made a whole elixir.
Well, why did you choose this over green aventurine?
What? Oh, because of the sparkles. That's simple. I love any kind of glittery stone. And these are different. I do have fuchsite here, and it's just different. The fuchsite, if you look at fuchsite, it's beautiful and glittery, but it's a little flatter. It's in the way it looks. And so the aventurine, because of the quartz in it, it even sparkles more. So you kind of, I don't know if you can see it over here, but
well, it has different properties to it because the quartz is with it. Was that part of why?
Yeah. I think, well, first of all, the quartz amplifies it,
right?
And I just think that it's more substantive because it's like juicier. I know you like to use the word juicy crystals, and it is very juicy. And so I just figure there's more depth and dimension to it. It's just kind of my own take on it, but I love fuchsite too. So one of my favorites.
Yay. All right. So shall we?
Yeah.
So if you have a tanzarine, which I know some of you do, if Anne is on, though she might be. Thank you, by the way, Anne, for joining us. I know that you're probably out and about and may not have a crystal on you. Aw. Anne saying she's such a great stone that we introduced to her, and she just loves working with it. So if you can grab a crystal, if you don't have a tanzarine or a green aventurine or a fuchsite, that's fine. Just grab a clear quartz crystal and ask it to be infused with the energy. You can even hold it up to the screen. Will you hold this up to there?
Sorry.
No worries. you can just hold the quartz up to the screen and ask it to infuse with the energy of the tanzarine. And I'll give you a second to do that. And then we're just going to take like a few moments to sit with it. And I'm going to guide you right now. I'm going to tell you what I do, and Meryl can tell you what she does. When I start to meditate with a stone and try to feel its energy, I want to come to a neutral place. And so I will just feel my energy, my own energy come in through the top of my head, travel along the front of my spine, and settle between my root at my hips and the top of my head, and breathe. So I'll feel my energy come within me, center, and then I will feel a grounding cord connecting from my root chakra down to the earth. And then I feel that energy come right back up from the earth through me and sort of expand around me so that I am centered and grounded. And then I feel energy coming in through my head to connect. I do that very quickly. I call it centering, grounding, and connecting. And if you're comfortable with that, that's one way. But you can just ask to come to a neutral place as well. What do you do when you?
Yeah, I'm not that formal.
I need that. It's not like I'm trying to be formal, but I need that to like center my energy so I can really feel it. But you just, what do you do?
I kind of just pick up the rock.
Probably the better way.
I just do that. But you remind me to center and ground.
Oh, I do?
You do.
Oh.
And well, no, you don't tell me to do it, but I know you're doing it, and that reminds me because it is beneficial to especially ground, because sometimes you can get a little high from the crystals.
Oh my God.
Get a little yeah. And so if you're not really grounded, you can kind of, it might be uncomfortable even. So not uncomfortable. That's not the right word.
Well, every time we do this, I get so high around. I'm always like, I get so high around you. And then I'm like, maybe it's because we're always playing with crystals. Mm-hmm. Everybody must get stoned. All right. So if you finally grabbed a quartz and you didn't get it before and you want to hold the quartz up to the screen and just infuse your quartz with this crystal. I love how that just came through while you can do that. And then take the crystal that you have, put it in your hand, do your thing, and just take a moment to feel it.
One thing, Laurelle, I just want to say, one thing Laurelle had shared with me the other day is we had a little chip. So I just want you to like
a tiny little piece.
I have like a teeny little piece. I even have little chips of this. And Laurelle was like, oh, it's a small piece. And she was pressing it into her palm. And that really helped. So I've never done that before. And that was like a really helpful thing. So
yeah, the left side is the receiving side or the magnetic side. The right side of the body is the electric or masculine side or the sending energy. So I'll put it in my left palm and I'll put 2 fingers over it and I'll just send energy through it so I can feel it come up and into my body. So you don't have to have a large piece. But I have one, so I'm gonna. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
And if you're called, put the crystal at some place on your body and see if that changes the energy. Only if you're called to. Well, it's funny. I was like, usually it's a green stone. You put it on your heart, but I was like, no, I feel really called to put it on my third eye.
Okay, I'm going to take off my necklaces. Interference.
And by the way, if you take a class with me, this is one of the first things we do. We say hi, and then we experience a stone, because nothing can change your experience. Once you've had an experience, that's yours, and you remember that more than someone telling you something. So
That's so true.
what'd you get?
I got, well, when I was just holding it in my hand, I started feeling the kind of little tingles, kind of like your star drop a little bit.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
See?
yes.
So it was, and I always think of the word apoptosis.
Apoptosis,
So
yeah.
the word, now that I learned that, apoptosis.
Apoptosis,
So
yeah.
the word, now that I learned that. But anyway, it kind of felt like star drop, a little kind of bubbly cleansing. And then I put it on my solar plexus. I didn't get anything. It didn't do much.
I did.
Did you?
Well, I think I needed it there
Oh.
because I felt like glittery, sparkly energy coming through. It came into my heart and went right to my solar plexus.
I felt it in my solar plexus, which is why I put it against it, but then I didn't.
You didn't feel anything when you had it there. And then I felt it go up to my mind. So apparently I need some cleansing in my solar plexus and mind, which these are opposite chakras,
Makes sense.
right? It's the upper chakra of the lower chakras and the upper chakra of the higher chakras. And they're complementary colors, right?
Yeah.
And they're not green, but this stone is so good with its sparkly energy. So what else did you have?
And then I wanted to put it in my heart, but actually wanted to go
Higher heart.
higher heart.
Try that.
I do that all the
Such a good
everything
idea.
calls for higher heart, so I'm not sure what's going on with that with me. But
I feel it more there.
and I felt a huge expansion of cleansing, and it was like opening and cleansing when I did that. And I felt it in my heart. I felt it like in the area surrounding, and I did feel it in my head as well.
Yeah.
So I felt it in my head. I didn't like specify. I just felt it, the cleansing stronger in my head. Definitely, it was like opening up. Like I must need something here opening up because I always get hit there. And then I also felt the heart expansion. Oh, I didn't tell that.
Yeah, no, it feels really good. Of course, I've been having. Oh, sorry, I'm showing you my armpit. Sorry. I've been having some neck tension, so it just felt really good because it just feels like it's a stone that I could just rub all over my body to just sort of bring more of that cleansing, like glittery, sparkly, lightening things up energy. I also had the fairies fly in and say hello. Did you?
You know what? I didn't.
It's probably because I have fairies on the brain.
But I wonder if that was with the glittery, like that little glitter. I just felt like this kind of like, so I wondered, I think that must have been what it was, right? And then when I have it here right now, it's just going down my spine and it's just feeling really soothing though. It's not as poppy. It's not as intense. It's
it is like more like a waterfall.
It is.
Yeah.
That's it. It's beautiful.
Well, it's opening up my crown and my root at the same time at the back of my neck.
I feel really good. I would love to strap it on back there.
It's not a bad idea.
Like backwards choker.
The Egyptians, and I have a couple of necklaces like this, they would wear necklaces where they had a gemstone in the front and a gemstone in the back.
Really?
Yeah. And it would balance the weight of the gemstone in the front. So it was partly, I think, for balancing, but I think it was also partly for, no one tells you. It was for energy healing.
Oh, I'm sure. Like at the top of your spine, kind of where it goes into your skull, or even let's see.
It feels so good.
It feels really good.
So
now I feel more buzzy when I had it a little lower.
Well, I wonder if it's when it's higher. Okay, so the point where we were talking about, there's a point where the spine meets the skull, and it's like right here.
That like soft bit of your skull where it indents.
Yeah, where that little. So in that area, the Egyptians would put the pharaohs and others that crossed over. They would put a hard stone pillow under their head with a little sort of like a vortex-y thing or activation type thing. and it would go right into that area. And I believe, if anyone knows, please put in the comments if you know for sure. Maybe we can get Lester to tell us.
Maybe on YouTube comments, since we can't read the Insta
Oh,
comments.
yeah. We won't see the Insta comments later anyway. They'll disappear. Hi, Corrine.
Oh my God. Hi. Oh my God.
Thanks for joining us. Yeah, so
Hi, Corinne.
they would put the pharaohs activating that point, and I think it was to traverse worlds, so they could more easily traverse to the other side. Like it's like a portal point. So anyway, is it different there? Oh, it's intense
it's
there.
It's very intense there, but when you do it lower,
I liked it
like
lower.
With that bone right there, that's where it felt like the waterfall.
But you know, maybe if we're trying to traverse worlds and dimensional realities, I have a feeling that it could really cleanse that and open it up and prepare you for that.
No wonder I always put stuff there.
She travels. She impresses me.
I like to travel.
She impresses me. All right, so yeah.
So should we try the elixir?
Yeah, well, so that's what I was just thinking.
Okay. So we have a here.
Oh, perfect.
That's for you.
So Maryl was, like we said earlier, was inspired to create these beautiful gem elixirs. Where she used, what do you use? Please tell people, because I don't know.
So this one is with Tanzarine, and then I'm calling them now cosmic gem waters is my new name for these. It came on a vision board. And so my cosmic gem waters are activated by natural events. So this one was activated by the midpoint between the solstice, the winter solstice, and the spring equinox.
I thought I was the one that didn't get sleep last
night. Which is good. We can finish each other's
ideas.
So this is a combination of that energy of this midpoint. It's called the galactic equinox, and it's this midpoint between winter and spring. The download I had gotten from it is like when, you know, bears don't wake up, but they're just starting to rub their eyes and kind of the snow is starting to melt.
Well, it's one of the cross quarters then. You're calling it the galactic equinox, but it's one of the cross quarters,
Lester
right?
calls it that.
Oh, gotcha.
I'm
trying to remember which cross quarter that is.
Oh, I don't know.
The news.
And Corinne, who I know is on there, had told me that there's an acupuncture point. Is that right, Corinne? That's called walking the veranda, which is the same exact energy of this. So it's like this idea that you're kind of starting to wake up, you're starting to come alive again, but you're not there yet. You're not going out and, you know, hitting the town, going dancing all night.
I'm sorry, I was getting high holding it and I had to put it down.
And I use this, to be honest, you know, I've had like seasonal disorder depression, is that what it's called? And I used this and it kind of gave me some energy, an extra boost that I really needed at the time. And so this is how I used it, or why I used it, why I kind of created it. And,
well, let's try it.
So we're going to do it now.
Well, you know, you can hold the bottle and just connect with it, which got me really high. If you have one at home, like I know Ann does, you can take it with us in the replay if you're not at home, Ann. All right, and you put.
And I put it in my bath. I love to put this stuff in my bathtub. That's
how
I do it. So, but you can.
How much do you put in? Like a dropper
in my
full?
bathtub? Yeah, I'll put a dropper full, and I just wait, and I wait for a while because, you know, water replicates in structures constantly, very, very quickly. So it can fill up. Oh, there's Lester.
Lester Loving. We have a celebrity on. He says the hypocephalus, I'm probably butchering that word, hypocephalus in the middle was 7 concentric circles. Definitely not for sleeping. Yeah, it really activates. Oh my God, Lester, thank you for showing up and giving us that information.
See, you can hear us talk about you all the time, Lester, even when we're talking amongst ourselves. So thank you.
By the way, for those of you who have been on the whole time, can you tell how much more bright and sparkly and shiny I am now? Because it's because of this Tanzarine. It's got that glittery, sparkly fairy. Okay, so, but the way you take it often is you'll put 3 drops under the tongue, yes?
I do that, but I'm not.
Or in water.
I don't know if I'm going to recommend officially.
Do that at your own.
Do that at your own risk.
But just so you know, it is structured water.
It's structured by the gemstone.
It's structured by the gemstone
and it's
water.
made with indirect methods, so you don't have to worry about any.
It wasn't like the crystal was in the water; it was next to it,
Correct.
and right, okay,
right. Well, actually,
infused.
it was made with a pyramid and then the capstone, but that's a whole other thing. But yeah, so it's infused with the energy of the crystal, of the tanzarine, and the energy of this galactic equinox.
All right, so we're gonna try it.
And you can put about 6 drops in water or 2 to 3 drops.
And you can just also, if you don't have this at home, ask to be infused with the frequency of doing this work.
Yeah.
At first, it tastes really good.
It's almost sweet. Right?
Yeah.
It is.
I'm like, is that the drop of vodka?
Might be the drop of vodka.
The one drop of vodka in the huge vat that I can taste now. Well, my experience, it's interesting because with this, I felt the immediate cleansing, right? But this was more like, I felt my whole spine sort of align. You felt that too?
At once.
And I got pulled back more into my full center. And what was the next thing? I forgot. It was just very, very aligning. Something else happened. What did you get? Maybe.
I got that it was like, boom, like kind of, crown to root and then back up again, but not. Okay.
Go ahead.
But I was going to say, there was no glittery sparkle.
No, it was different.
Yeah.
It was just a brightening.
Yeah.
And it like made me feel like I can get up and
move.
Yeah, like it gave me this impulse to emerge, which is why you named it Emerge.
Yeah, it's like kind of getting out of bed.
She's so smart.
It's like the idea of getting out of bed.
Yeah, like if you're like, when it's time to walk the veranda. I love that.
Yeah.
That's a great. You could probably use this on. I think you mentioned that Carolyn? Is that right? Right?
Corinne.
Oh, Corinne. Yeah. I think you mentioned that she said you could probably use these on acupuncture points or acupressure points.
Yeah. Yeah. We haven't tried that. I actually was going to ask Corinne to.
Want to try it?
Who's an amazing.
I don't know.
Here? I don't know the point.
Okay.
That's my problem. Corinne, if you're there, tell us what point it is. Because she is an amazing acupuncturist in Florida. If anybody's in Florida, you should call her. But anyway, she's the one who taught me that.
Wow.
Who shared that.
Amazing. So, that's what it was. It was very centering and aligning and just made me feel like I could move forward, like get up and move forward.
And it was my whole self
in a very graceful way.
Yeah.
Whereas this was more like a spot treatment on different areas. I mean, it came into my whole body and did that as well. But it's a different frequency. Why do you think that is? Oh, do you think maybe the activation had something to do with it?
The activation? Well,
creating it?
I mean, it was definitely activated with that energy of kind of, as the seeds haven't sprouted yet, they're just kind of starting to like develop their roots or kind of grounding and centering before they shoot up, gathering their energy. And that's kind of what it felt like. So maybe it is the activation that makes the difference. Corinne, we don't know which point the walking the veranda is, Corinne.
Point to which point? This one? Is it this one? Right where the skull and the spine meet? Okay. But I'm going to be me hanging out with Maryl now.
Okay.
Ooh, I really like your necklace.
This is my fuchsite, and Laurelle did this amazing wrap for my birthday, wire wrap, so I could wear it.
But I was like, ooh, that looks so good. And I was like, I did that.
Laurelle did this. So, yeah. So thank you.
You're welcome. Fuchsite is something that we will have to cover in another episode.
Oh, my gosh.
Because I don't know how you're wearing that right now and not floating on the ceiling.
Maybe that's why I can't find my words. Anyway, but anyway, I was gonna say that ingesting or working with elixirs is
very personal.
It's very personal. It's the same energy, so to speak, but it hits you very differently.
Yeah.
So it's kind of fun to have both.
Yeah, I love is that your working mother tincture? Or?
Yes.
Someday we'll have to go into what a mother tincture means or something. But.
Yeah, it's not an official label.
Okay, let's see. Did she say?
That's
the jade pillow.
Oh my gosh.
Perfect name.
So cool.
All right. Well, you'll have to tell Meryl at some point, and we'll figure it out for next time. All right. So, I just feel like, we've been going about a half hour.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Time flies. I know.
Should we talk a little bit more about fuchsite or green mica, or what do you think?
I'd say let's go to another color.
Another color?
Yeah, unless you want to do a compare contrast with like the.
Let's do a compare contrast with
Should we do it
with regular green aventurine? Let's do that.
Okay.
And then we'll do a compare contrast with fuchsite.
And these are tumbled also, so that could be different. Sorry guys on Instagram. It's tumbled, so it could be a really different experience. I don't know.
Just because of that. Yeah, totally. All right. Let's see. If you have a green aventurine.
And again, size doesn't count. It could be small or large, whatever. So.
Size only matters in regards to
the motion of the ocean.
Size only matters in regards to okay.
Sorry, I didn't say that.
Hold on.
What?
Okay. This crystal is a little bit bigger than this crystal. And so this larger crystal of the same stone might have a slightly larger energy field than the smaller one. However, if the smaller one is juicier, I don't know how else to describe it. If it's like, juicier, like this is juicier because it's got more of the green aventurine inside, then the smaller stone could have as big. So it really depends on the piece, how big the energy field is. But it doesn't matter how big the energy field of the crystal is or how tiny the crystal is. I mean, for instance, these phenicites, I have a speck that I can't wear all the time. I don't know how you do that because it is so intense, just that particular stone. And it doesn't matter how small it is if you are able to open to the subtle energies.
I have small ones that I use in grids, like in my small grid.
Yeah, and they're powerful.
Yeah.
Size doesn't matter. It's the motion. I hope you guys are having fun. Okay, we are. Okay. All right, let's see. Oh. Wow. Okay, well, what are you getting?
Well, I only have one.
Well, I'm cheating because I'm putting, yes, I wanted to, thank you.
Well, I was getting the action of it. So it doesn't feel like a hug, but it's like the energy kind of moved in this like enveloping kind of way, like around like that for me. And it was it was activating, and I'm really surprised. I have to say, I didn't expect to feel it so much, but it was smoother. It was smoother, right?
It was smoother, and now I realize that's probably because it's tumbled.
Oh my gosh.
Some people are really drawn to tumbled stones, and I always say, well, there's a reason whether you're called to tumbled or raw. I always feel raw more. the tumbled stones are a little polished. And so literally and figuratively. So I feel like people that are really polished people are often drawn to polished stones, or people who feel like they need to be more polished are drawn to them, or people that are just really sensitive to the energy frequencies of stones. Sometimes they'll prefer the polished pieces because they're a little more gentle in a way. But it was highly activated, but it went to my heart this time, and it didn't want anything to do with my solar plexus or really my third eye. So I was trying it on both sides, which it did. This seemed like it would be better at clearing a headache, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Or clearing a neck thing or whatever. This just felt more like an infusion.
It's like an infusion. That's a great word. And I was just holding the green fuchsite and just kind of noticing the difference. And this is more, this kind of hits you more like that sparkle, the glittery.
More like Tanzarine does. Oh, cool.
It's like kind of the in between.
Well, let's do that. We'll do that one next.
But this one was just much more polished or smooth.
Yeah.
So it's doing.
And it was like effervescing out as opposed to sparkling in for me.
Oh, you felt this was?
Yeah, this was sort of more like coming inward out, whereas this was like, I don't know how to explain.
See, and this is great. And this is a great example of how different people have different experiences.
Yeah.
Because mine was
enveloping you.
Yeah.
And mine was sort of in you. Yeah. And mine was sort of in going out.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Interesting.
But there's a similarity in that opposition.
Yeah.
And well, so let's just talk briefly about how we know green aventurine is meant to work. Green aventurine is reflective and protective. The quartz or the silicate, because like we said, it's green fuchsite inside, green mica, fuchsite. Those are the same thing. Inside of quartz. And so the quartz is harmonizing and balancing. It's a master healer that magnifies the stones that are within. So often I feel green aventurine a little bit more than I would just the fuchsite on its own. Well, we'll see.
Okay.
Because I don't think I've ever done a complete side-by-side comparison before.
Yeah, this is fun.
But and also we've had the elixir now, and I wonder if that shifts the experience.
Oh, I don't know.
Me neither.
We've never done this before.
Yeah, this is what happens.
Well, we can just like center.
Well, we're just taking that. We're being junior scientists, Lester, and we're taking that information in as a possibility.
I lost the gift box.
Oh, I lost the chat box.
Walking the veranda is
kidney 22, about 2 inches lateral to the midline of your, oh my gosh, I don't know what that is. Xiphoid process. I don't know what that is.
At the bottom of your rib cage. So okay, here's my rib cage. It's 2 inches lateral from the
behind, right? I think lateral means inside, more for inside.
Oh, I don't know. I thought it was.
We don't know enough. It's funny because I have studied some of this stuff, but I'm not used to the jargon necessarily. So we'll have to tell you next time, I think. That was a great explanation that I don't know how to read.
Thank you, Corinne.
But yeah, okay. So taking in just that we could be experiencing this a little different. Actually, let's ask.
Oh, what are we asking?
Am I experiencing you differently because of the elixir?
Oh, good. Okay. Mm-hmm.
I'm getting that it's getting influenced by it, but it's not the whole experience.
I saw a picture of water.
So. Oh. See, this is what I mean.
Green water.
You got images and I got words. But I sort of get information through direct knowing, which is just like complete sentences coming into my head. And I've always been this way. I thought, I'm a Virgo, and for the first 30 years of my life, I just thought that those were my thoughts. And then I realized, oh, no, this is beyond what I'm just thinking. This is information coming in. And so you know, you live and you learn. But do you often get images over
I do.
words? You
Yeah.
usually get images.
I usually get
feelings.
images and feelings.
I get
And
feelings.
yeah, like in your
Yeah.
body and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I do get images usually, and I just honestly, until recently, I thought it was just a product of an overactive imagination. But I don't think it is. Well, maybe.
Well, but all that imagination, all the creativity and the art, true artist here.
Yeah.
All of that creativity, that's all intuitive wisdom coming through you. That's like channeling information through you, channeling creativity through you.
Yeah. And I do realize now, the more that I do it and the more I kind of acknowledge what I see, the more I realize it actually does refer to something tangible. So anyway, so
I'm going to be naughty.
What?
Somewhat.
What are you doing?
And get off of the chair.
Okay.
We usually do this on the floor. We're probably going to do that in the future.
Sorry,
but I thought,
on the
look how
table.
beautiful she set up the
Yay,
background.
I did see this. I did this pretty thing.
Can I take one of these off the wall?
Yeah.
Oh, can I do this one?
I
It's
love
so
that
cool.
one. That's my favorite.
I'm messing up the background.
I don't care.
So this is one of the crystal grids that I was going to say that Joy did.
That's my middle name.
Meryl Joy did. Oh.
No. Yeah.
Okay, so what is that little piece on the top? Is that a piece of copper? Piece on the top, is that a piece of copper?
It is. It's a piece of copper.
And then is that a jet underneath it?
Yeah, here, wait, I have it here. No, it's a polished black.
A black tourmaline, then
Oh, no,
tiger
that's-
iron. Oh,
yeah,
jet
so-
is there.
Yeah, that's a jet, and then tiger iron.
Oh, the black tourmaline's on the bottom, the tiger iron, the jet. I thought it looked like jet. It felt light
And then I
and
love
copper.
the,
It's such beautiful
I love
colors.
The, mica. It's like a red kind of mica in there.
These are amazing. If you're interested in these kind of designs that she does, Joy Blended Healing, it's in the description. Okay. I had to show her off a bit. Hopefully I don't.
You can just stick it down. It doesn't matter.
I did it.
There you go. Yay.
Okay. So that was me being naughty and getting off the chair. And okay, where were we?
Were we gonna try the fuchsite? What
Oh,
were we
yeah.
gonna do? We're gonna
We
compare-
finished everything on this, right? Oh, by the way, if you have any questions, I mean, in a way, we're just kind of showing you what we do. We get together and we're like, ooh, we're like, I have new crystals. Like last time, I got these beautiful new data lights, which we're gonna do. We get together and we're like, ooh, we're like, I have new crystals. Like last time, I got these beautiful new data lights, which we're gonna do.
My gosh.
But this is
have
what
to
we
do
played with. This is what we played with for the day of the equinox, not the
No,
equinox,
but
the new moon solar eclipse. These data lights with chalcopyrite in them. That's the little shiny sparklies that you see. Data light's pretty rare. You don't see it a lot. And especially with this chalcopyrite, it just, wow, really powerful. And we're like, why aren't we recording this? Because so many people are like, how do you use the crystals? And this is how we use them. I got these new ones in. We were like, ooh, let's meditate with it. Let's just see what we get from it, right?
And this is why I have a growing collection, because every time I meditate with one, I'm like, oh, I gotta have that one.
Yeah, no, and you will. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we also, by the way, which we're gonna have to do this like in the next 1 or 2 or 3.
Yeah.
I got these new, what they call ancestral lights. Oh my goodness. So amazing, these little pieces. Trying to
You see? Yeah, you can.
Yeah, that one had the lines going side to side, horizontal. Here, this is kind of cool. This one's got them going vertical, up and down, and it's this really ancient hematite. So anyway, it was pretty cool. Both of those together,
Mind blowing.
so high.
Yeah. So we had this whole, like, Laurelle brought this amazing drawer of all these different kind of micas, because we're going to do mica day, but I think
We might have to do mica day for the next one.
we're going to just do green mica day.
Yeah.
Today.
And then maybe the next one we'll do mica day, and then the one after that we'll get to sort of the inspiration for us finally doing these tracks. Okay. What's coming through?
I was just looking.
Yeah, the grids are awesome, weren't they?
Thank you.
A request for a new elixir. Ooh, cool.
All right, we'll talk. Take it. Oh, wait. Taking the elixir is enveloping the handheld crystal, thus expanding the field of influence. Thank you, Lester. That makes all the sense in the world. Yes.
That's awesome.
That's exactly how it feels.
I'm so glad I think this chat will be there once we finish. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna do the green mica, which is called fuchsite now.
Right? I'm gonna do this one.
Okay. Ooh. And I want to know if this one's different. Oh, I know what we were doing.
There it is.
Before we do this, I remember what we were doing. We were going to talk a little bit about how the stone works. Oh, green aventurine. So it's known to be cleansing. So that's kind of from the sparkles of the fuchsite within it. It's cleansing and it's protective because the quartz is anytime you have silicate within a stone, it's protective. And so, and harmonizing. So this is a stone that's really great for what I like to call
what do you call it?
Reflection and protection.
Oh yeah, you do call that. You should.
The things I say. This is one of the things I always say in classes. Reflection and protection. Because mica grows in plates or sheets that have sparkles in layers. And so it's sort of like removing the layers. But oftentimes when it's in quartz, it's more like this lepidolite or like these, all broken up. We call that brecciated, all broken up. This is a lepidolite that's brecciated, as opposed to a lepidolite that's growing in layers. So, so that's the reflective, protective, and the cleansing aspect of it. Yes.
Well, I was going to say also, mica, isn't it like used in insulation? So that's
yes,
protective.
And in the pyramids, Mike, there's a layer of mica within the walls of the pyramids. I know Lester's going to correct that in the messages, but I believe it is for insulation and also some sort of electrical purpose. I'm sorry, Lester. I'm just apologizing to you.
Well, isn't the Temple of the Sun, right? Isn't there like a mica? All right, I don't know enough about this. I'm gonna have to look it up because isn't there like a mica? All right, I don't know enough about this. I'm gonna have to look it up because please somebody correct me. But I thought that there was.
We'll have Lester on one of these episodes. Yes! And we will have him explain
everything,
all of that, the marvelousness of all of the Lester one. Okay, we'll have to have that. But
oh my God!
So beyond being reflective and protective, though, it's also I was thinking we have to do that after. Beyond being reflective and protective, it's also really great for connecting you to the fairy realms and the magic of life. Anytime you've got glittery stones that catch the light. The fairies, the elementals, the elvins, they're all very attracted to that light, glittery energy. And it's kind of like fairy dust. And so this is magic in the elemental kingdoms, so to speak. So if you want to connect more with the fairies and the other elementals, a great stone, especially the elementals that, well, I was going to say more of the forest ones like the fairies. But anyway, it's a great stone. Like maybe you'd want to work with a blue stone, like a blue aventurine, to connect more with the water nymphs. But like a blue aventurine to connect more with the water nymphs. But yeah, although I don't know, I feel like maybe Larimar would be even better for connecting to.
We're gonna make that another episode because I really want to try that. I've never tried either of those.
Really?
Since I am water,
we already have inspiration for future episodes. So okay. Anyway, so reflective and protective helps to connect you to fairy realms, but it also be in that cleansing process that we've been talking about. It sort of brightens your whole energy. And when you have a brighter energy, more people are drawn to you. And so it brings luck and abundance. And so these are some of the ways that it's used. In fact, what do I say in my book?
Oh. Connecting with crystal.
I like to use my book because
it's the best.
I did a lot of research. And I know it's a good conglomeration of.
Is it under?
It would be under, I think it's under fuchsite.
I am so sorry. I'm allergic today, so I'm very sniffly. I'm going to go get
yes. All right.
They're right here.
Oh, yes. It's under fuchsite in this book. So I'm just gonna read a little bit. I don't know how to hold the book for the camera.
It's gonna be upside down too. We're backwards for the camera.
Fuchsite brings sparkling joy, attracts luck and abundance, and is reflective and protective. A silvery green mica, botryoidal, we talked a little bit about that. Okay, it cleanses and clears our entire energy field. Oh, I'm doing fuchsite instead of green aventurine. Silly me. I think I have that under aventurine. Because that's what we're talking about, really.
And so, by the way, when we're playing by ourselves, we also look up the book. We like to look at the books after we compare and contrast like what we're experiencing.
We have the experience first, and then we look at the books and we see what resonates with us and what doesn't. And so we have a collection of books.
We have a huge collection.
All right. Aventurine, an attractor, cleansing. Bless you. Cleansing connects us to the nature spirits. She's allergic to me.
I am. It's the springtime.
Nature spirits, yes. Reflective and protective, because, you know, that's the thing I say. All right. So all aventurines help us to cleanse our body and our aura. That's our energy field. Of heavier energies, which we got that. Mm-hmm. So we may shine our truest selves. In doing so, this crystal also attracts others and opportunities to us. I'm just repeating myself now. Okay. Due to the reflective quality of the mica within, aventurine is reflective and protective, helping us to look within ourselves while shielding us safely on the outside. Oh, mica to me is the best image that you can put around your mind if you want to protect yourself from outside psychic influences. Like if you feel like someone's trying to get in your head, just shield your mind space, which isn't just the brain, right? Shield your mind space with mica. And then when they look in.
Here, I'm going to show you like this.
Oh yeah, perfect.
This is like, wait, can you see it? It's like super reflective.
When they try to look in, all they see is their own reflection. It's great. I had a really super psychic guy who did a lot of research. I want to say maybe, I don't know. Very official kind of psychic research kind of work. We'll just do that. And they were like, oh no, mica's the best thing to shield your energy. You just imagine mica around you.
Wow.
So very protective. It helps us to let go of layers that weigh us down, relieving anxiety and stress while bringing a softness into our heart, which I felt the softness in my heart. Obviously, I channeled that one. Fuchsite guides. Oh, how did I get onto aventurine?
Are you on the wrong page?
I was switching pages. Helping us look within while shielding us. When we're feeling dull, it helps us to rediscover the sparkle within and bring more love and light into our lives.
It's like merged.
Yeah.
It's all very similar. Right?
It specifically cleanses our heart to release difficult emotions and connects us to the earth's inner realms and spirit guides. You know what I'm going to say now? Because of this, I'm thinking that this is just more powerful in a way, because it was like wherever you put it, it would go. This one just wanted to be in my heart. This is the green aventurine versus the Tanzarine that I'm talking about. Tanzarine.
I did feel this. I just felt it move differently. Are you throwing my crystal?
Almost.
I felt that the Tanzarine was like the sparkle, like the apoptosis. And then I actually did feel this. I didn't feel either of them in the lower chakras, though. I only felt them in the upper chakras. And so, but this one, the aventurine, was just a softer movement. That's what I'm going to say.
Yeah, the aventurine is softer. I feel the Tanzarine in my root when I put it there. I feel it cleansing wherever I put it.
Yes.
And green is the complementary color to red.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
And so it can really cleanse the root chakra and connect you more deeply to the elemental realms as well.
So note at home, folks at home, contrary to what some might say, you can put all these crystals, doesn't matter what color it is, anywhere. And it's, and see where it works, what it does.
Do you have a quartz?
Mm-hmm.
A clear quartz?
Yeah.
Because I wonder if you put a clear quartz with the green aventurine, if it will magnify the energy enough for me to feel it at my root.
Do you want a smaller one?
I do feel it more at my root, but I feel the quartz more. Yeah, give me a smaller one. That was a huge piece of quartz.
Sorry. I was just
No, no worries.
You want Tabby? Or no, this one. This one's good.
Yeah, okay. I do feel more.
What do you?
I do feel it more. Okay, I'm now going to ask the clear quartz to please hold the energy frequency of the green aventurine.
Are you using it? But my stomach's growling. Sorry, everybody.
And that helped. I do feel the green aventurine more now than the quartz. I was feeling the quartz more until I asked the clear quartz to hold the frequency of the green aventurine.
Let's see.
It's so funny because we're having more similar experiences on this one than we did like with the data light, but I think those pieces were each so different.
But I feel like the even though we had different pictures, so to speak, or different
We had
stories,
similar
it was a
themes.
similar
Yeah.
energy. But you know what? I have to admit, I can't. The minute I put the quartz on the aventurine, I feel it, but I can't tell whether it's the quartz or the aventurine. Even though I've asked it, I can't tell whether it's holding that or whether it's just amping. I guess it is amping it up, right?
Yeah. I mean, quartz always magnifies the other stones that it's with, which is why it magnifies the fuchsite within the green aventurine.
I'm just
All right.
like putting them on top of each other like that.
This one's really pretty. It's a really pretty piece. Okay.
So we're gonna.
So that's basically it. Oh. I put that it cleanses the root chakra and assists us in feeling safe, comfortable, and happy here on earth. Maybe I needed a bigger piece.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
Yeah. Shines from within and attracts good fortune. I don't think we need to read it. I'm not feeling called to read any of the other books on it right now, neither. Okay. All right. So I guess sometimes we do different things every time. So let's do the fuchsite and then let's do.
Is this the Norwegian?
And we'll finish with the Swedish fuchsite.
Swedish. Okay.
Right? Swedish, not Norwegian.
I thought they were Norwegian.
Maybe you're right. I think they are.
I think that they're Norwegian. I'm pretty sure.
I used to write it on Norway. Why do I have Norway?
Because it's Norwegian.
Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm losing my mind. I only had 5 hours sleep. Please forgive me.
Okay.
All right, Norway. Okay, yes.
So we're going to do the regular.
We're going to do the regular mica, green mica, which is known as fuchsite. We're going to do fuchsite. Okay. If you don't know that by now, I've said it 10 times. Okay. All right. And if you don't have it with you, just ask the energy of fuchsite to come into your energy field and see where it goes and how it flows. Okay, you're right. Now I heard that one.
Oh my God.
Oh, you know what though? That's good in a way. Is it moving the energy in your body, and that's why it did that?
Usually I burp. Oh my God.
So do I sometimes.
This is live.
This is real.
No, it's because I didn't eat.
Okay.
And I was drinking the tea and it's gotten my stomach.
We like tea. Okay.
Okay. Did you I got.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah. What'd you get?
Well, I wanted to I felt this and what I was saying before, because I was feeling it, it's like the in-between. It's the intermediary between the aventurine and the tanzarine.
Oh.
To me.
Okay.
It felt like the aventurine was smoother, kind of enveloping for me. This was kind of sparkly. It was sparkly. but it wasn't like pop, 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 pop.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know?
No, it was
And
very
then
gentle for me. Yeah.
And then I revisited this Tanzarine, and that was pop, 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 pop. So
Right.
it just kind of confirmed it. So that's how it felt to me.
Well, it felt very smooth to me. Like,
Oh, funny.
like softening. It had a softening effect. So not just smooth, but like softening, gentle. But it also made me want to like throw layers off. I know that's probably my head getting in the way, but who knows? Like I just felt like I wanted to emerge a little bit.
Really?
Yeah. Interesting. So like to me, when I'm ingesting the emerge, I feel like a huge part of it is sort of picking up the frequency of the fuchsite within. And yeah, it had a similar, it wasn't the same, but a similar softness to the way it moved through my body. But here, let's trade.
Okay.
Because, oh, well, let's show. So I have this one that's a little more soft in its, and how would you call that?
Lighter.
Well, yours sort of has that too.
Yeah.
It's like it's like so brecciated that you can't tell it's brecciated. It's kind of smoother, but it's not in layers. So I'm going to try the one that she was using. And let's just see if we still get the same thing or if it's different.
Okay.
Because it could be like something else going on in this piece or something. Oh. This feels more activated to me than that one.
Much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. See, this is why we do this. The difference between these two stones, even on the outside, they look a lot alike.
Yeah.
There's a difference. And you know what? This has, I feel like, it feels like there's something inside here, actually. It feels like there's a little nodule of something, yeah, inside of it. So sometimes ruby will grow in fuchsite, blue kyanite will grow in fuchsite. Is that a green kyanite in fuchsite?
No, this is, I don't know.
Oh, this is black tourmaline.
I think it's black tourmaline, yeah. Ooh, it's mica.
Oh, no, it's blue. Although there could be green.
Oh, no, that came with the...
It came in a bag of blue. Okay.
Kyanite,
But look, doesn't this look green right here?
Yeah, it does.
Here's the light.
Oh, wait, 20 phone?
Dude, yeah, I think there's green kyanite in here.
Oh, that's cool.
But it could just be the mica. No, but look, it looks green.
It does look... Oh, yeah, right in there.
I just called her dude. And this is black tourmaline. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys.
We have to, yeah.
I'm going to show you guys on YouTube, and then she can show you on Instagram.
Okay.
But so I love conglomerations of stones because this is like 3 stones in one, maybe 4. Because you've got the mica on the outside, which you can really, really see. That's all that platy, silvery stuff that you see. That's the mica. And then there's black tourmaline right here, these little crystals. And I know it's black tourmaline because I know black tourmaline grows with this material because I've been around. And not like that. Shh, don't tell. Yeah, have some tea. Then there's obviously, there's a little bit of blue kyanite in there, right? Just a little bit of blue kyanite that I know is within the conglomeration of stones. And then where did the green go? And then there's green. It looks like this is green.
I'm looking at close up.
There you go. Right in here, it looks like there's some green kyanite. So wow, what a piece. And look at that golden color coming in on the mica. I wonder if that's iron staining. Golden, extra golden energy coming in through there. So this is like 5 stones in one. And it's just like taking, for instance, in Chinese medicine, when they create I'm putting that down because that's intense and I'm getting wacko from it.
It's
okay.
reflecting.
That kyanite moves the energy. So
I'm gonna hold it now.
I'm like, I need to reground. Okay. Actually,
What? Do you have grounding?
I didn't. You have a garnet around?
I do have a garnet from the Faerie.
Okay, so
It's a Faerie garnet.
5 stones. It's just like in Chinese medicine when they create an herbal recipe. They will have one main mineral. What do you call it? Herb, as the main herb that is being used for the recipe, so to speak. I'm using the wrong words. I'm sorry, Kareem.
Here.
Oh, thank you.
But you know what I want to.
And then they'll have 2 herbs just off of that to help balance any offset. I'm not using the right words now. Wow, that made me high. The 2 herbs off the main herb help to balance anything negative that might come through. Anything that, if it's like maybe a somewhat drying herb, then there'll be something there to help bring more of the moisture back in to balance and harmonize the main herb. And then often they'll do 2 more herbs off of each of those second herbs to balance and harmonize. And all of it is like a beautiful recipe of herbs in order to assist and not do extra harm, so to speak, right? To balance and harmonize. And the crystals work that way as well. Crystals will grow together in certain locations. So you will often find mica growing. Crystals will grow together in certain locations. So you will often find mica growing with, let's see, garnet. Garnet.
Do you see the little baby?
Oh, yes, I do see the baby garnets. Ooh, show that one.
So I found this one.
This is her rock hounding.
I found it on the ground. Can you see the teeny little garnet?
Was this in a park?
It was in Bay Ridge, Brooklyn, by the Verrazano Bridge in the park. And I was looking on the ground because I was convinced I was going to find garnet that day. And then
you found teeny little pieces of garnet?
I saw the mica and I was like, oh, mica, I love that. And so I brought it home and I was like, oh, there's teeny garnets in it. So yeah.
Yeah, so mica grows with garnet. It grows with tourmalines. It grows, what else does it grow with? Apparently morganite, because this is gorgeous. This is a rare morganite crystal with some lepidolite, and that's purple mica. Aquamarine can grow with it. Oh, here's a green tourmaline. This is from the Faerie Den that Maryl brought home. So you see that big piece of green tourmaline growing through this silvery mica. I can't think now.
Rubellite is one.
Well, that's a tourmaline.
Yeah.
All the tourmalines.
And then that.
Garnets, mica. I can't think.
Aquamarine.
Ruby and the kyanites will often grow with mica. Mica is very prolific. Is that the word? It's all over the place. Micas are stones that you often find on the surface of the earth. You often find them on the surface of the earth, and because of that, they're actually really good for the skin. So I mentioned mineral makeup is made with mica. Well, mica is actually good for the skin. It's good for the outer layer of the body and our connection to our environment. And mica is one of the most protective stones for EMFs. So a lot of people go for black tourmaline to fight EMF frequencies, electromagnetic frequencies. But when you combine mica with it, just stick it right there. That'll help. That really blocks you. I can already tell it's totally blocking the EMF frequencies. Actually, the green aventurine works for that as well, because quartz also works to help block it. I know quartz, you think, well, it would magnify, but it does. It helps harmonize the harmful wave, because EMFs are harmful waves for it. Well, they're just harmful in that our body doesn't know how to integrate with them. So the idea of using crystals between you and an EMF frequency, like a refrigerator or a computer, is that it reharmonizes the energetic wave that's coming into your body so that you can more properly work with that energy frequency. It doesn't disturb and disrupt your natural body's energy, and so it harmonizes it, and it feels better when you feel the energy coming off of it.
I felt the difference.
No, huge difference.
Yeah.
We just put one stone, which this is one of the rock that she found on the ground in the park.
That's another
and
one
the
I found in
stone.
the park. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have this garnet ones.
We just stuck those between us and the computer. It's like
It
night and
actually,
day.
for
It's
me,
huge.
it felt lightning. Like
Yeah.
like my body kind of feels lighter.
Like I can,
and
like,
breathe. Yeah.
yeah.
Exactly.
It's like, oh, I don't have that stress of, well, for one thing, Lester wouldn't forgive us if we didn't say negative, positive ions coming off of them, right? We don't have that stress of the positive ions, but it's also shifting that energetic wave is my understanding of it.
Put all of them up. Anyway, we've
gone over an hour. So
yeah.
I guess we're going to have to do
a part 2.
We're going to have to do mica. Maybe we'll do mica next time.
Mica day part
We'll
2.
do a mica day because we touched on it, but we didn't get to really look at all of these. Oh my gosh. I brought these gorgeous.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Look how light.
I can't even get the like,
light.
you can't even quite see how Jimmy. I mean, as soon as you get on the Jimmy aspect of it, it just. So maybe we'll do that one for the next one, but
okay. Finish our. And then
yeah,
there was
but let's wrap up with this,
also
and then we'll
last one too.
Oh.
I don't know what that one was either.
This.
I don't know what that is.
You
But
think it's a green mica?
I'm not sure. I think it is.
With like black tourmaline? Where's your phone?
Okay. Okay. Sorry.
We need light.
Sorry. We're gonna be letting you all go soon. Oh, my goodness, on the whole time.
Oh, what's the blue? Is that a blue kyanite? It looks like it could be a kyanite and
Maybe
black
it's
tourmaline.
green.
It looks like green. Okay, so this piece looks like green mica with black tourmaline and a little bit of blue kyanite at the tip here. There's a little bit of blue kyanite, black tourmaline here where my pinky is, and then it looks like a green mica. And you found this in the park?
No, that was a gift.
Oh, that was a gift.
Somebody
That's a
gave that
nice
to me.
gift.
It's beautiful.
That's a nice gift.
It's beautiful. Okay, so we were going to do the Norwegian.
Yeah.
stuff.
So
Okay.
now that I've rounded a little.
All right.
With a crystal in my hoo-ha. I mean, under it. This is entertaining for you, right?
It is for me.
For me too. Okay. All right, so we're going to try these Norway fuchsites, which really, you do that one, I'll do this one. Really, you can really see the platiness. What, and are you showing the shiny side, the
showing
polished
the shiny
side? You're
side.
too close. I think it's
Oh,
buzzing
sorry.
out.
Sorry, I really don't know this.
Catch the light.
Where am I going?
Find your light. I was an actor. Okay. Right. So these are just high grade fuchsites. And
Here, I'll show one of yours.
oh, and this side has a sparkly side too. By the way, half of these stones that we're showing you are available at the Faerie Den. So if there's something that's really calling to you, reach out to me at the Faerie Den on Instagram. You can message me there. If you know my phone number, you can text me directly. That's my favorite way. You can try emailing me, but I might not get back to you because I stopped caring about email this year. I'm sorry. I did. I'm going to try to get better at that again though. But just letting you know, like if you text me, you'll definitely hear back from me. And if you message me on Instagram at the Faerie Den, which is the same spelling as this channel.
That's the word.
Anyway, yeah, so we're going to do this.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to take the,
I'm gonna do one of yours.
okay.
I'm not gonna do mine.
Ooh, I love this piece. Look, it's so sparkly in
Oh,
the,
that's gorgeous.
ah, gorgeous.
Oh, that's
Okay.
a really nice piece. Yeah. Okay, wait. Maybe this one is a little damaged, so I want to just.
Yeah, do your thing. Excuse me.
See the energy moving. That wasn't me. Okay.
Okay. From now on, I'm wearing a pyramid of Norway fuchsite on my head.
Why is it so centering?
You know what? Oh, I don't know. Well, I think it's the sparkles. To me, it's very similar to the Tanzarine. Because you know what I'm realizing? There's I think there's a lot of quartz, at least in the back of this. This is really kind of like a Tanzarine, but it's Norway arine.
Norwegian.
Norwegian.
Yeah, I took the Tanzarine because I wanted to see if there was a difference.
Oh yeah. It is different, but really powerful, like similar to me. It's got a similar power to the Tanzarine, but the Tanzarine is like, and this is the thing, different locations, you can think you're working with the same stone, but you're working with stone from a different location. And the location does affect the energy of the stone because the stone is, it's all symbiotic. That's all I know how to say.
This one,
yeah,
it was
the Norway.
Yeah, the Norway. I actually feel it around my like around my rib cage, the bottom of my rib cage.
This one I felt through my whole energy field, just going. It was like it was going from the sides of my energy field. It's like it was going like fireworks almost. It was so intense, which is why I kept like popping my eyes at the camera.
That's how I feel like right here.
Oh, through the rib cage.
Through the rib cage.
Oh, nice.
Interesting.
I love that. I love this.
Thank you.
Thrift shop. Really?
Yeah.
Girls.
Thrift shop.
I like it. Oh, I love the little chiffon aspect to it. It's so cute. I want one. Just one, I'm sure. Anyway, okay, so yeah, it was more intense, but you know what I think? I think it really wanted to be on my crown. It's Norwegian. Isn't that north of, I mean, it's north of where
North of us.
Yeah. I just wonder if it's maybe got some of that Norwegian.
Tanzania.
Yeah. Like, doesn't Norway have a lot of mountains? I wonder if this comes from the
All I
mountains.
can think of is the fjords. You know, it has the fjords, which are, I think, like lakes and stuff.
So if I wasn't using my computer and my phone, I would look up where it's mined. Do you want to see?
Yeah, we're in Norway.
Because I wonder if it's like in the mountains and I mean, it could be mined in the mountains in Tanzania. But the mountains are higher, I think, in Norway.
Norway fuchsite.
Yeah. I guess put mining location or.
Okay. Oh my gosh. All right. Sorry. I wasn't even in a search engine.
What are you, stone?
Right? Oh my God. This is what happens to us. So just warning at home. Be forewarned.
Don't do this while you're driving.
Yeah, no. Get giddy. Okay. Sorry, everybody. We're just looking up. So this is what we do. You probably are all bored right now. But...
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
They're having their own experience.
Fuchsite from Lovgavlin Marble Quarry.
Oh, from a marble quarry. I wonder.
Lester, I don't know if you're there, but it's from a marble quarry. We've been talking about marble a lot.
Oh, I love marble. Marble is amazing.
Yeah.
I put it in the book because no one does, but oh yeah.
From a marble quarry.
Well, I wonder how far. Oh, they're gorgeous. Some of the greenest.
I don't know if you
Jimmiest.
I can show you, but like the close-ups are
some of the jimmiest.
Really cool.
And I didn't bring my best pieces of this, honestly, because I didn't. They're a little bit delicate, and I didn't want to get them messed up. But yeah, some like really gem quality fuchsite, like a crystalline fuchsite, as opposed to just the layers.
I'm looking at Google Maps where Lovgavlin is.
Do you think it'll tell you how high up the altitude is?
No.
Well, maybe it will.
Well, you know, I don't have to look up the Lovgavlin.
Well, you know what we can do?
We'll report back.
We'll report back in the comments, or if you're looking it up and you happen to know and you want to put in the comments, please comment below. But we should wrap. We should wrap it up. Playing with crystals is so much fun. We could do it all day.
We do. And that's why we're over an hour, because we can't stop. We've had so much fun. So
because one leads to another, and
So thank you, everybody, for joining us.
Yes, thank you for being with us.
Hi. Oh, thank you so much, everybody. And we love you.
Emerge.
And I can't wait for you guys to come again. Thank you, Anne.
We love you guys. Thank you for showing up.
Volcanic action. That's what Lester said.
Volcanic action. So that would be
feels like that.
yeah, on the outside a little bit.
Well, it felt like
it from the inside.
Yeah.
Wait, hold
So
on.
that's all right. Oh God, we're never gonna get off. This is cool. I'm happy.
Oh yeah, no, I can kind of feel that. It does sort of come from within, but I feel it more like from the edge of my body outward. I'm not
So
feeling
it's expanding your energy field.
Yes, it's expanding my energy field like a volcano, which, everything metaphysical about the crystals and stones is based in the physical properties.
Thank you, Lester.
Thank you, Lester. Thank you, Earth. Thank you, crystals. Thank you, Meryl.
Thank you, Laurelle.
Thank you, everyone who showed
Thank
up.
you, Faerie.
We've had thank you, fairies and guides and all of the good stuff. And even the challenging things where they help to make us who we are. Thank you guys, and we'll let you know. We're probably gonna. What day do you want to do these?
I don't know. Wednesday? Were we talking about?
Well, I
Wednesdays?
mentioned maybe Wednesdays.
That's fine.
Yeah, we won't be posting on Saturdays all the time. Some of them will be live. Some of them will be recorded. It just kind of is based around when we can do it and what we can do.
Yeah.
Sometimes we'll be here. Maybe sometimes we'll be at the Faerie Den, so I don't have to bring delicate crystals to Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Without a car. We'll just. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna play. We're gonna read the books when we feel so called. Like with the Data Light, we had to read all about it. We read like every book there was.
Yeah, we did.
We didn't even pull a fairy card.
We have a lot. Okay, let's do it.
We're ending with a fairy card.
Okay, this is a beautiful deck that Laurelle turned me on to, and I love it.
Is this Brian?
I love this.
Artwork by Maxine Gadd. This is called The Fairy Forest. Lucy Cavendish. She writes this stuff really, really well. I really appreciated what she has to say.
Oh, here it goes. One fell. Let's see.
Is that the one?
I don't know. It fell.
Well, then probably.
The Ancient.
Oh, that feels like such an honor. It's card number 45, The Ancient. Elder, Experience, and Lessons.
Yay.
She's the wise old crone.
Oh, yeah.
Like us. All right. Number 45.
Yeah.
Let's see what she says. Oh, number 45.
45.
Not the 45th page. Okay. Oh, wow. Look at that. I think she might be the last one.
Is she?
Yes. Oh, yes.
Wow.
I feel very honored
Cool.
that that's what flipped out of the deck.
That's very cool.
The Ancient is so old, she is almost beyond time. And aren't we all in some ways, because we've been here before and we know how to connect to this wisdom within once we're ready to do that. She is able to speak the truth without compromise, as are you. And when this card comes to, as are you when this card comes to you. She is so old, has experienced so much, learned and taught so many lessons that she has become powerful and influential, just as you are becoming too. So too are you growing older and coming into wisdom. She knows that while others are now going to come to you for advice and guidance, she sees your humanity, your faults and your flaws and your burping and your feelings of unworthiness. She wishes to reassure you. Others will come to you seeking knowledge, awaiting a blessing, an initiation, and oblivious to the consequences of the path they wish to walk. Wisdom, true wisdom, understands complexity. And you have developed this quality. The Ancient is honorable and human, and yet more than human. And she is courageous and has made sacrifices, as have you. She sees straight through comforting illusions, as you do. And this is a time to see through some of those comforting illusions, because we are in a big time of change. We didn't even talk about astrology. All right. She represents ancient tradition and the challenge of defining the self, yet remaining within a tradition that you value. And this too is one of your challenges. So take responsibility in your life. You will face the battle of choice, and you will be the antidote to gurus and dominant personalities who claim to have all the frickin' answers.
That's kind of
we all have it within us. We've got the wisdom within us when we just learn how to tap into that. Where was I? The ancient recognizes the wisdom and old ways can be expressed in many forms. But everything you are now learning has value. She is the repository for ancient secrets and the contact between worlds. So she's very Piscean, I suppose, in a way. She is wise, and she has learned to consider every word that falls from her lips, even as she longs to call out for freedom. So apparently all of you guys are ancients as well. You know you have this wisdom within you. You're seen. You don't have to be perfect. None of us are. And I think burping is a good thing. It means you like it.
Or stomach growling.
Yes, anyway,
you like it.
Many blessings to all of you out there.
Bye,
We look
everybody.
forward to seeing you. Probably in 10 days, we'll post the next one, but we'll send out a thing on the Instagrams. And
I'm gonna try to get
you too.
literate on the Instagrams,
and the Facebook as well, and
Facebooks.
the Book of Faces, as my friend says. And and we look forward to communing with you once again.
Goodbye, everybody. Thank you.
Anything
so
else
much.
you want to? Yeah, go ahead.
No, I just wanted to say love to everybody, and thank you so much for all of your encouraging words and energy and joining us. So anyway, thank you.
Peace and blessings. Lots of love.
Oh, wait, I got to do that too. Bye.
Bye. Have a good one. You want to? We're
I
going to
just
try to
exit?
turn this off now. We're not
Do I
perfect.
just hit that?
I think so.
Okay. Yay. Bye. Wait. Oh, no.